Welcome back to your Life of Tone Challenge. Your boy Tone. I'm back with another video. If I get to our AGT joke or the God, our God right now. God's over doors before all y'all getting in man. Today's video got another video for y'all. Another reaction video. This is another murder by numbers / gematria breakdown from Call Me Kinfolk. And this one is Georgia Bulldogs Devin Willock dies in car crash days after Georgia wins the national championship. But this whole Illuminati said you need to learn gematria. We're gonna continue to learn about gematria today.
Sir,
There's a
now
call.
today we're gonna touch on some things that's been happening in the news lately. Right? Now it has just come out that Georgia lineman Devin Willock of the Georgia Bulldogs has just passed away in a car crash along with a staff member days after the Georgia Bulldogs win their second national championship in a row. After that game, 6 days after that game to be exact, a player, a staff member was...
So, if you guys are new to these reactions, this is the practice of gematria. Gematria is the practice of turning letters into the number, to the numeric value given by the English language or other languages. They have like a ton of ciphers for gematria, from Sumerian to Latin to Jewish to Satanic even. And they're calculated differently for each different language. But you guys know ABC 1, 2, 3 for the English language. That's all it is. It's calculating their numeric values. The main 4 English ciphers that you know are ordinal, reverse ordinal, reduction, and reverse reduction. So ordinal is just the English language for it. So it's ABC 1, 2, 3, D4, E5, F6, all that good jazz. Reverse ordinal is putting the English language in reverse. So Z will be the first letter in the reverse cipher, and A will be the 26th letter. Also, with reduction, you're reducing all of the letters with double digits into single digits. So, for example, Z is the last letter of the alphabet would be 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. So that's how you do the reduction cipher. And reverse reduction is the same as reduction, but just reversing the order. So A will be 8 in that cipher, and Z will be 1. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's continue though.
Killed in a car crash 6 days later in Athens, Georgia, which equals 66, along with number of the beast equaling 66. Now, if you don't understand what you're looking at, this is the practice of gematria, turning letters into numbers. And this is exactly what's going on in the mainstream media. These people are being taken out ritualistically by the numbers.
Facts.
It's no coincidence that the Georgia Bulldogs team has won 2 championships in a row. Now a player is dead 6 days afterwards, man. Come on, man. These things are coming with prices, man.
Facts.
And that price tag is somebody's life, man. But come on.
They body. Facts.
Recordings just got better.
We ain't got time for this.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce
Dana, shut up. No offense.
Georgia lineman. Let's start breaking down these headlines. Because as we know, these headlines that are being written give away the code, right? So if we take Georgia lineman, it also synchronizes with human sacrifice. Right, with 130, 67, the reflection, 76, and 248. And we just happen to get this synchronicity with that Georgia lineman phrase that they use. More importantly, with human sacrifice synchronizing up with Georgia lineman, and the Georgia lineman that was sacrificed wore the number 77 as Georgia lineman equals 77 in reverse full reduction. Man, come on, man. This is using the English language, man, breaking the English language down. And these is the numbers that we just so happen to get. What's the odds of that, man? Man, you can't make this up, man. Come on, man. Now, in this second championship that was won, right? The Bulldogs played the Texas Christian University Horned Frogs. Now, they beat the Horned Frogs 65-7. So, in other words, the Georgia Bulldogs won the national championship by 58 points.
That's a goddamn shame.
Then Devin Willock gets killed when Devin Willock equals 58 in full reduction. Interesting. Right? Now, it's also interesting. You know how rigged these games are, right? With TCU Horned Frogs at the Georgia Bulldogs equals 150. When Georgia winning this game put them at 15-0. 150. Just like this game. TCU Horned Frogs at Georgia Bulldogs equals 150. So this is why they won that game. And this is why the things transpire afterwards. This is why on the 15th of January, after the Georgia Bulldogs win their 15th game of the season, now this car crash transpires. So, man, I believe it's witchcraft that they're putting on these people, spells that they're putting on these people in order for these things to take place. It has to be. It's no other answer.
Facts.
It has to be. Right? Once again, we take that title. This is why they won that game. The CFP National Championship game equals 268, just like University of Georgia. That's who won. University of Georgia, and they both had the same synchronicity of 268. More importantly, University of Georgia equals 245 in the English language forwards, just like how they say the accident occurred at 2:45 a.m. These things are coded. They're speaking in code. They're saying that this accident is directly linked
to University of Georgia.
To the University of Georgia. More importantly, 2:45 in the morning is the 165th minute of the day. Just like, once again, TCU Horned Frogs at the Georgia Bulldogs equals 165. So they're telling you that this was directly linked to that championship game.
Wow.
They're telling you that this car crash is...
This man gets better and better with his breakdowns. He took the minute of the day and linked it to this thing. Bruh. What the? I'm appalled. This is for all you student athletes, bro. Please be careful, bro, what school y'all going to, bro. Because I think these big Power 5 schools, they practice gematria. And unfortunately for Devin Willock, may his soul rest in paradise, may the Lord give him entry to the pearly gates. I pray he goes to heaven. I pray, I really do. I'm gonna send a prayer for him and his family at night for sure. But bro, I just this sick going on, bro. This some sick. I don't know what to say.
Directly linked to that championship game with University of Georgia winning that championship game. it's a direct correlation. Right? Even the time that these articles are published, right? The Bulldogs, this is all centered around the Bulldogs. Now, this article came out at 10:24 a.m. when Bulldogs equals 124 in the English language in reverse. A is 26, B is 25 in this cipher.
Wow.
Right? Even the day that it occurred, January 15th, 1/15, when we know killing equals 115 in reverse, right? Masonic equals 115, Lucifer equals 115. And this is the day that it happened to occur on. Right? Georgia Bulldogs has an exact synchronicity with ritual sacrifice. Right? Now, another individual, a staff member that was also killed in this car crash, right? A staff member by the name of Chandler LaCroix, which also synchronizes up with ritual sacrifice for the Georgia Bulldogs. They had to give somebody up.
Peep that right here, the 73.
Listen, man, this stuff.
Peep that 73.
Man, this stuff goes so deep, man. These teams that's winning these championships, it's always somebody that ends up passing away. Whether it's a player, whether it's a former player from years ago, these NBA championships, these NFL championships, somebody will perish.
Now, I don't think every single time someone perishes, but someone pays the price. For example, I think when the Patriots won the Super Bowls, what was the 2011 one? 2011? Yeah, it was 2011. No, that was the Giants. I'm trying to think. Was that 2014? It might have been 2014. And I think that was the year Aaron Hernandez got locked up for the murder. You know what I'm saying? So I think every time someone wins a championship, something's going to happen to somebody, whether they get arrested and locked up, or they get killed, or they get humiliated as a tribute to this team winning the championship. Something happens. Something happens, and Call Me Kinfolk made a good point with this, and it's something I'm gonna look into a lot more, and I'm gonna learn how to do these things. I'm gonna try to collab with him soon. I hit him up on Instagram. He said for sure let's collab. So hopefully I'll have that video for y'all soon, to maybe a how to learn gematria video. So we can probably do that together and start to kind of break down things together as a group. So, but this is very interesting, and this is something I definitely want to look more into for sure.
Due to these organizations winning, these are demonic, man. It's a whole demonic realm that's not being understood, right? But 73, right? 73 is the 21st prime number. Just like how the accident that occurred on Sunday also equals 21 in full reduction, reducing the letters with double digits to single digits. Right? LaCroix, taking his last name. LaCroix also synchronizes up with Sunday, the day that the car crash occurred, with 78 and 33.
Oh,
more importantly, that number 33. Right? 33. Because once we go right back to that national championship game,
wow,
that started it all. Because January 9th in the year 23, breaking that down, the game was on 33 date numerology. Even taking CFP, National Championship Game, we get 137, which is the 33rd prime number. It all stemmed from this championship game that was played. And everything else that occurred followed right after.
Followed suit.
Right? Even with the location of the car crash happening in Athens, Georgia, which synchronizes with Order Out of Chaos, which is the 33rd degree Masonic slogan. Once again, they say staff member Chandler LaCroix died in a car crash, when Chandler LaCroix equals 71, just like car crash. even with the car crash happening on a day, leaving 350 days remaining in the year, just like car crash equals 35 and for reduction, remember that 0 is dropped. Right? Even Chandler taking his first name and the day that it occurred, January 15th. We have this synchronicity with killing and Chandler. Interesting enough, killing equals 115, right? January 15th. But his first name, Chandler, is the anagram of 115, 151. In other words, the 15th of January. So this is why he was caught up in this ritual as well.
Because, we do 1/15 for our dating, but the rest of the world does date minimum. So 15/1 is the 15th January. That's crazy.
This is why he was involved.
Wow.
Right? Even taking, once again, man, the way they type these things, man, it's being approved by somebody. They're writing these articles. Whoever's writing these articles, I know it says somebody's name in there. It goes up to somebody, and they're doing revisions. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's revisions that's being made to these articles
to give you the code
before they get published to the public. Because there's certain numerology that's in these articles that give everything away. Because if we take how they describe Devin Willock in his articles up with murder, with the number 79 and the number 83.
He's on the 4 ciphers. So you got
also with his 34th prime number, just like murder equals 34.
Before reduction.
So this whole thing, man, down to the T, man. Down to the T, man, with even his age, man. With him passing away at the age of 20, when death equals 20, man. Wow. So sad, man, what they doing to these young fellas, man. They ain't got no reason passing away at such a young age as 20 years old, man. Lord have mercy. But I can conclude, man, that they taking these folks out, man. They taking their players out, the people that's a part of the organization, all for these championships, these rings, these trophies. Death has to transpire.
And it's not just for the championship either. It's also the monetary value they get out of it too. Because now you're gonna get more recruits, you're gonna get more NIL money. These students are gonna have more funding. These schools have more funding. They can build these crazy stadiums, all this other crap. These boosters get more money. At the end of the day, money's the root of all evil. And winning brings money to these organizations, to these college football programs. So it's some sick stuff going on here, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the Life of Tone channel. Shout out to Call Me Kinfolk for the original video. I'll put the original video in the description down below. This will drop. I'm gonna drop this tomorrow. I know I'm gonna drop my Surviving DC video, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop this tomorrow as well, or Tuesdays, depending on how I'm feeling about things. And this is gonna get dropped, man. So I'll probably drop this tomorrow around say like 8 p.m. Shoot 8 p.m. tomorrow, and then yeah, Surviving DC tomorrow at 6 p.m. So I'll get 2 uploads for here, and you guys will get 2 videos on Protect Sports. So then, you guys be easy, be safe, stay blessed. Join like gang and done so. Have a great one, man. Peace. Prayers out to my man family, man. To Devin Willock's family. Prayers and condolences, and sorry your this football program took your son, brother, or cousin, friend away from this world. So, guys, be blessed, stay easy, man. It's a sad world we're living in, man. Prayers out to that man family.